What's up, Halo, and welcome back to the Jada Gooseberry, and it's your boy Andor, and we are here with another podcast. Let me make sure my mouth is moving. It is awesome. So we are joined today once again by our favorite special guest, the special guest. Guest, do you want to tell us what we're talking about today?
Hello. Yes, we are going to be talking about Monster Hunter. No, not the critically acclaimed video game series, but the horrible 2020 movie with hold on, what was that gentleman's name again? Tony Jaa.
Okay. Yes, this might be a spicy one. We'll see. I know. Here's my thing on it. I have friends who liked the Monster Hunter movie. I am not one of those people. And the people who liked the movie claimed, if you didn't know the Monster Hunter story, it was a good movie. And I think they're wrong. But we'll go over that. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, I actually can't talk. I actually have yet to see this movie. I haven't seen it at all. That was a joke.
Okay. I will give you the brief rundown because that's not actually what we're talking about. But the thing about the movie, here's what's funny about Monster Hunter. Does Monster Hunter have a good story? Any of the games?
There is no story. Wow, I mean there is a story, but there is no story.
Right. So Monster Hunter stories are notoriously bad, which is fair, like that, because that's not the point of the game. The point of the Monster Hunter games is I don't know why I've been like chained with ads, but don't worry, it helps in the long run. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, Nico Rin 96. Really appreciate that. Once the sound goes over, that is the end of my rant. Oh, you objected already? Okay. Did you like the Monster Hunter movie, or do you like the Monster Hunter stories? Anyway, guest, take us off with your first point while we wait for Nico Ran's response.
First time chat from viewer. Oh yeah, so you made it to the stream. Good job.
You did. Thank you so much.
It's a good game, and you know what? Everyone needs to play it, and everyone needs to kill monsters. Nobody wants monsters. They're bad for the environment. No,
and the economy.
And the economy. Well, that does great for the Monster Hunter economy. You get people who go out to kill the monsters. They bring in the
materials,
the materials. You get money, and then you spend that money. It is a very good economic system.
That's true. Also, Nigaran is Toma. Okay, nice. Thank you so much for joining us, Toma. Welcome to more Ito content. And
I also. Oh, go ahead. No, I'm sorry.
No, go for it.
Oh, I was gonna say I also only have 3 stories from Monster Hunter that I can even tell you. 2 of which I am only aware of. The very first one, World, and now Rise.
Okay.
And Sunbreak. I didn't even get the second part of World, mind you. I think I was also in school then. So
you were really busy.
Yeah.
So for context for us, I think both of us were introduced in World. Am I right there? You were introduced to Monster Hunter by World?
Yes and no. I got the first one 7-8 years ago.
Okay.
And I played a little bit of it, but I was not good at it because Bugstick was not yet introduced.
Right.
So I only got to like level 2, level 3 missions, and then just stopped playing it. But I did come back into it with World since I have a few online friends that were heavily into it.
Okay. Before we continue, yes, Turu, how can I help you? Sorry I didn't see your message before. And yeah, worry not. Just lurk to your leisure, Toma. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so guest played before. I was introduced in World. My only experience prior to that was my brother. He played. We'll call him Cast, by the way, just for stream's sake. So Cast introduced me to Monster Hunter. I didn't play the games, but he told me about them. And I'm gonna set up a mirror while I'm at it. I played World a lot, probably way more than I should have, and then Iceborne came out, and I played Iceborne a lot more than I even played World. No regrets.
You had what, 3 characters, each one with about 300 to 400 hours apiece?
Oh, 300 to 400 hours. No, it was one of.
It was worse.
Yeah. So my lowest one was probably at about 500 hours.
Oh my god.
And then my first character, which I leveled up, they had about 800, and then my last character had well over 1,000 hours.
I don't even know why you need more than one character. This is the part that gets me.
It's aesthetics, because you have one character and you want this one character to fit a certain aesthetic. So I made, well, what if I want a different aesthetic? And then I had a different character to match a different aesthetic.
You have like the 99 different item loadouts.
Yeah, this is different. This is before you could like just customize your character all you wanted, right? I did this all like at the beginning of the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is before they like gave us all of that. Like, I just created a bunch and then I played them, and then I just stuck with one. I think her name was 6. That was it. That was the one that I played and got like well over 1,000 hours. And I took her into Iceborne and just went crazy. I didn't play enough though to beat who was the last one before they basically were like, okay, we're done with World and Iceborne. Fatalis. I beat Elatrion, but I never ended up beating Fatalis. I like, not for lack of trying. I did, but I didn't try all that hard to beat Fatalis, to be honest. Like, I probably put a good like 20 hours into farming him and then was like, this is too hard. And that was when I stopped.
Yeah, I think the last big farm I did in World was when they had that crossover event with Final Fantasy VII.
Oh right,
and it was
Behemoth.
Behemoth.
Yeah.
That was a tough fight. Like, oh my god, I'd go into fights and you'd get one hit KO'd. You know, someone would mess up and your entire team just leaves, and it was just like, this is frustrating.
Yeah, there was so much controversy behind the Behemoth, because it was, I think in Final Fantasy 14, this was interesting with how that crossover worked. So in Monster Hunter they had the Behemoth fight, and the big difference is it had animosity, which is in the Final Fantasy games it's just aggro. And that is not, monsters like mechanics are very erratic and more or less random. There are things you can do to determine, like, to make a monster attack you. Like if you use an item like a whetstone or a mega potion, you significantly increase the chance of the monster attacking you. But otherwise the monster will do 1 to 2 attacks on a single character, leave them alone, and then attack another player. So it was like we were all very used to that, like that very random erratic nature, that having it so that the Behemoth, if he didn't have animosity, he just used really strong, super incredibly powerful attacks on everyone. And it was just like, so you had to have a dedicated tank and support, which Monster Hunter, there are support classes, but no one really likes to support in an actually supportive way. We like to support in a, I do huge PP damage and I'll also give you an attack buff while I'm at it.
To be fair, I'm bad enough at the game that I do not mind playing Hunting Horde, to just run around and just spam heal.
Right.
I'll spam heal, and then someone will knock it down, and then I'll run in, do massive PP damage, and then run away.
Hit on the head as much as you can.
Yeah. and I think that's one reason too why I enjoy playing Bug Stick so much, is because I feel like a fly, and I go in and I deal some damage, but I'm always typically to the side or behind to miss the attack, and then I just jump away. And so I don't die at all, and it's great.
That's why I play Charge Babe. That was like the number one build I had. I called it Charge Babe because it was just like super aggro guard point charge blade. Like that was how I that did make it really hard to learn fights though, because if you don't know moves you can't really guard point them very well, and then you die. And I was a bad charge blade player for a long time. It took me, I would say, hundreds of hours to even really effectively learn how to play charge blade, and then another like 800 to be like guard points and get better with that. Once you learn guard points though, that's how you're supposed to play that weapon. Terry, you're not new, but welcome.
I need God, I wish I could remember the guy's name. Let me see if I can find it. There's a gentleman that I follow on Twitter. He makes Big Booba, but he also makes here it is. Oh no, I don't. Does he make Big Booba?
Big Booba.
He makes Big Booba. But all he does is post about Monster Hunter. as
Yeah.
well, which is the other reason why I phenomenally love him, because he just posts Monster Hunter content.
Of course.
This man is great. Is it Charge Sword? The one that the sword and shield that becomes the axe?
Charge Blade? Oh no,
Charge
you're talking about Switchblade?
Switchblade. There we go. This
Yeah.
man is an absolute god at Switchblade, and it's like I cannot.
Sorry, Switch Axe.
Switch axe.
Switch Axe, yeah,
It's one or the other. I don't
Yeah.
know. I have 500 hunts with bug stick, 6 with hunting horn, and then 2 with sword and shield. I was gonna learn sword and shield before I took a break for my summer semester.
Yeah.
I still might get back into it, but I must relearn bug stick and how to do master rank hunts, because oh my god, these are torture.
Wait, do we have Master Rank? Is that what rises? Daybreak?
Sunbreak.
Sunbreak.
Sunbreak gave monster.
Oh my god, Master Rank.
Monster
That's yeah, I need to get it, but like you said, so you played on Switch, right?
Yeah.
Here's my problem. You are the only person I know right now that plays it on Switch. Everyone else got it on PC.
I don't know why anyone waited a year to get it on PC. It looks just fine on Switch.
Well, for me, it's not even the graphics. It's honestly just how much I fucking hate the Pro Controller. That's why I'm so torn. Is like I love the PlayStation 4 controller for World and Iceborne. Peak, so good. Pro Controller, not so peak, not so good. But like that's not gonna stop me from getting it. It's just my options are buy it for Switch and have a controller I don't like, but get to play with guest, or buy the game again and get the expansion pack, use a controller I can actually like, and also play with other people, but they aren't guest. So that's why I'm waiting for. I'm like waiting to make the right decision. I might just get it for all of them at some point. We'll see. Why not?
Once all these viewer streams give you enough money.
Yeah.
Then you can just get it. Yeah.
Once
I wasn't all that good. Well, I guess I never played with the PS4 controller. I imagine it can't be that much different.
It is. I don't know. I don't know how to tell you. Like the Pro controller, like out of all of the mainline consoles, like to say it's the worst controller on the market right now is an understatement. It's so bad. Like to be fair, it is better than using the Joy-Cons. Like I'll give it that.
Margin. I bought the Pro controller for Monster Hunter, but
it is better than like taking the control, like the Joy-Cons out and sliding them into the little controller thing. It is better than that. But when you compare it to even last gen, Xbox One and PS4, it just doesn't hold a candle. Like doesn't hold anything against those other controllers. But it's fine. Like I don't know. For me, like I have a problem with it because I feel like Monster Hunter requires some rather precise movements, especially being a Charge Blade main. Because that's how I do my guard points, and that's the other reason why I didn't like get as into Rise as I did World, is I just feel like controller wise I was incredibly limited on my movements. And to be fair, they did go back to the older engines, which weren't as smooth or as streamlined as World, but that's still like I don't feel like that alone would have stopped me. Terry, you're not new.
I wonder if there's a way. Okay, so you know how controllers have updates,
right?
That means there's something inside of the controller telling the controller what it is.
So you think, I see where you're going with this.
Yes. I want to know if that's possible. Converting you have a PS4, right? PS4 controller to Switch. How to use your PS4 controller with the Nintendo Switch consoles.
Okay, I like where this is going.
According to whatever this imore.com is, you can you can get a wireless adapter. Hold on, wireless adapter only work with all the switches connected to the dock with the USB-C adapter. That's fine. Plug your adapter into the USB ports in the settings. Open your Switch, go to System Settings, scroll down, select Controllers, and you'll select Pro Controller Wired Communications.
Wait, it'll just be there? I don't have to like do anything to the Switch? Crazy. Yep. All right.
We're gonna. So you have to have something. Hold on, let's see if I can find. There's, let's see, 8 Beto, and then you got the controller. You also have the May Flash, Skywin. Interesting. I'll just link these to you real quick. And
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
My interest is piqued.
All right.
Also, while he's doing that, do you guys want Ito emotions? Because I have them turned off. Yeah, we'll keep those on. Teru, you're also still not new. Teru, drink some water. Take a slice of water right now, Teru. Drink water right now.
Also, Teru's is siblings with Sanakun.
Yes.
Noted.
They are sisters.
Noted.
Teru missed an opportunity to watch me drink an entire 64-ounce of water the other day. For shame.
That sounds healthy.
Yeah. Well,
64 ounces?
Because that's the container I have. It's over there. But she always tries to get me to drink as much water as I can on streams now. And it was so funny. I guess this is what Sanakun told me, is they were at the store once and there was like a 64 ounce. So what she'll do is she'll spam take a slice of water. She'll spam it like 10 times and she'll just say, drink it all. I'm like, no, I can't drink it all. Like, my tummy's not that big. It's not going to fit all that water at this time. And so she was at the store with Sanakun, and I guess they saw like a 64 ounce of water, and Teru goes like, is that how big the water Andor drinks is? Sanakun was like, probably. And she goes, is that why he won't drink it all at once? And she goes, yep, probably. Drink all of the water. You didn't even redeem a water one. Do you even have points? You spend it all on I'm News and take a slice of water every chance you get. There we go. Okay, take us. All right.
Oh, got enough.
Yep. All right.
What are you doing, Teru? That you just force this man to drink water? Oh, this camera angle. Oh,
sorry, was it the abs?
It is. Oh,
was it the abs?
My Andor.
My mistake. Sorry about that indecent Ito exposure. Because it's funny. Angry face. You're not wrong. It is funny. Angry Ito. Sorry about that, ladies and mental gen and non-binary folks.
Hold on, I had popped up a few things on Monster Hunter 2. I've forgotten what we were talking about.
I was just bitching about the controllers. I don't know what else we were talking about.
The controllers. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any problem with it, but I was also horrendous with my keyboard. So like,
I couldn't do that.
I don't. Maybe that's why I was just bad at World 2, because I was just trying to play with the keyboard.
I for the most part, I'm a big PC, like I'm pro PC stuff, right? Mm-hmm. But like I think Monster Hunter definitely came first, but it was on a handheld console, so I don't know if this is the case. But any Souls-like game, Monster Hunter has very similar controls to Souls-like. It is older than Souls-like games, other than the Dark Souls series, but I believe it was originally on like handhelds. But any game like that has that type of movement where you can move around and like dodge, I'm 100% like, you should play those games on controllers. I cannot, like, not you, me. I cannot play those on keyboard. Ito fan art ideas, nice. Post it in the.
Ito?
This is Ito.
Your character?
Yeah, this is Ito.
I just assumed you'd made him.
I wish I made Ito. I actually do want to get my own avatar for this. It's just I want to get the VTuber model first, and then I might try to commission like a 3D model.
Yeah.
Of this guy, but I like being Ito for now.
Noted. In other news, though, I believe we have missed it. When did this? 15 hours ago. Oh, we still can.
What comic?
Not comic. My bad. It was a news report. We are able to get a Furious. I pronounce it Rajang, but it might be Rajang.
So in Japanese, you would pronounce it not like how you're supposed to pronounce it, but in English, in the game they call it Oh my god, they said it in World. The Admiral said it, and I hated it. I hate how they say it. Because I called him like Rajang.
Yeah.
But I think they do call him Rajang in English.
Oh, okay. Well, Rajang, I don't know his Japanese titles in Japanese, and surprise, surprise, it's also the Chinese title. So there is nothing for me to go on there. But you can get a sleeping furious form of him. Hold on, even in slumber, he's still furious. Capcom is previewing some of the because the Tokyo Game Show, and you'll be able to get the Sleeping Furious Rajang cushion at 3.5 inches long.
How much?
My bad, my bad. 35 point. I don't think it's something you could buy.
Fuck.
Oh, and I'm able to attend the event. You can also hunt down the cushion through the. Oh, no, here it is. Okay, you can buy it. Where pre-orders are already open at a price of $195.
That's a lot. How big did you say it was? 30 inches?
Yeah, 35 inches.
Jesus Christ. Okay. That's a toughen.
That might be the next. I don't know. These images it has for. I'm gonna put the link in chat for everyone else can see it too.
Please do. It might not let you. We'll see. Oh no, there it is.
Yeah, it's Capcom. It should
because you're a mod. No, I just have links blocked in general to prevent bots
spamming.
Bots will come in and ruin a chat. Let me take
this is all in Japanese, by the way, everyone. So unless you're gonna read it. Oh my god. Yeah, no, these are
what's hilarious about it is it's not even like cute, right? Like you think it would be. It's just like they took the image of Rajang and just like put it over a pillow.
he looks photoshopped, and I hate it.
It looks, but this might. You're right though. This could very well be the next thing. Look at him sleeping to that, like next to that girl, so cute and cuddly. When this is like the one non-Elder Dragon monster that can actually like go toe to toe with most other Elder Dragons.
Yeah,
I think
it's the only one you can't capture too, right?
No, you can capture.
Or no, you can capture him with a trap, with the pitfall trap.
Yeah. How it works is, so technically the strongest non-Elder Dragon monster technically is a Raging Brachydios, because how Raging Brachydios works is once he reaches the final stages of your fight with him, he actually he goes to a very specific area of the guiding lands, whatever they're called, and then he actually destroys the arena in such a way that you can't place traps down, which that's normal. For those of you who aren't savvy or privy to Monster Hunter knowledge, that's the big thing that separates an Elder Dragon from any other monster. Is an Elder Dragon you cannot capture. You have to kill them. But normal monsters you can capture. So Raging Brachydios is also really hard, stronger than most Elder Dragons. So he almost is like, basically it's a Brachydios that has gotten so old it basically turned into an Elder Dragon, which I think is cool as fuck.
I did not know a lot of that, but I had to look up what it was. Apparently in Monster Hunter Explorer, there's a Unit 1 version of the Brachydios, which is kind of neat. And now I want it. I want a kit of it.
A kit, nice.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta go. My Streamlabs is being dumb. I'm gonna be freezy for a second. Don't judge me.
Okay. Well, while he goes and leaves, I'm just gonna talk about. Oh my god, he's just walking away. He's allowed to do that?
Me? Yeah, I can do that.
You can just walk away?
Yeah, I can just leave. I'm in VR this time. I think the last time we did this, I wasn't in VR. Hold on, all my shit's crashing.
Oh no. I'm gonna talk about the great benefits of the bug stick. First, you have a massive stick. And much like that one leader said, talk quietly, but carry a big stick. That is you. You don't talk at all, and you have the biggest stick.
What?
Part 2. Teddy Roosevelt, I think.
Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah. Talk quietly, but carry a big stick. Yeah. Theodore Roosevelt.
Okay.
So it might not have been Teddy, but either which way.
That is
Speak softly and carry
Theodore
a big stick.
Roosevelt. BT dubs. Teddy
Well,
Roosevelt.
there are two. We had two Theo Roosevelt presidents.
What were their terms?
1 second. I gotta look at that. I just know that we had two of them. And they were two different. Hold on. Oh, I gotta look at Theodore Roosevelt. President. Hold on, president. Okay, so we had Theodore Roosevelt.
Right.
He was 1858 to 1919. Oh, that's when he was alive. Hold on. And then... and then we had FDR, who I think was... Hold on.
I was about to say, yeah, because like Teddy Roosevelt is Teddy. Like I don't know how to put that, but Teddy Roosevelt is Teddy Roosevelt, and FDR was FDR.
Yeah. Okay. So Theodore Roosevelt and then Franklin D. Roosevelt. Okay. So we had two Roosevelt presidents. That was my confusion. Oh yes. So you carry the biggest of sticks. Part 2 is you then get a bug. Now not everyone's cool about bugs. But bugs are good for the environment. More importantly, bugs are good for your buffs. They give you 3 different buffs, which are always better than all the other buffs that any other weapon can give you. The first one's a red buff, which improves your damage. You don't want to be buffing your teammates. No, this game's all about you because you carry a big stick. Then you have a white buff, and white buff gives you speed. Because you're running around and flying and you're just faster than all of your teammates. Again, because the game's all about you. And then you got orange buff. Orange buff is useless. It just gives you defense. Nobody cares about that. The monster's too busy attacking your teammates because it's too afraid of you.
Okay.
But once you get all 3 buffs, somebody left your stream after I said that. But once you get all 3 buffs, oh my god, you're flying back.
Yeah, hold on. I am running into some very peculiar technical issues. None of my backgrounds, or like I can't pull up any background application. It's all fucked up.
Oh damn.
Yeah. That's fine though.
Yeah, once you get all 3 buffs, then all your buffs are buffier for the next 3 minutes.
Buffier.
And then you just do like, big, like capital PP damage. And yeah. And then it runs out, but they actually just recently added a neat little thing where you can use all of your buffs and do extra big PP damage. And then get some of your buffs back, which is nice.
That is nice. Also, I need you to reach out for me because I don't have chat anymore.
Oh yeah, no one said anything. Nico Rin has posted a picture of a cat.
Sweet.
And Teru is posting pictures of cheese and a frog.
Classic Teru.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing fancy there. But that's all I have. I don't know. I don't know anything about, like I said, literally any other weapon because I've never played any other weapon to know how to play them.
So,
you can tell me all about Switch Axe. I know that.
Yeah, well, I played. What are the weapons that I've technically played the most of? Charge Blade is like the number one best girl weapon. Okay, it's not really.
Also, no one's playing male characters. Also, let that be known. And for the record, nobody plays a male character unless they're gay.
Yeah, which there's nothing wrong with being gay and playing that, but like it's true. Like if you are a straight cisgender anything, you play females because it's I don't know how else to put this. The outfits simply are better on females in that game. Period. Like,
yeah.
Men can have like, there's maybe one or two good outfits in Iceborne specifically where I was like, damn, that's so much better than the women's. But otherwise, it's the exact opposite. They just designed the female outfits so much better.
Oh yeah, and it's not even like fantasy sexy.
Right.
They're just like straight. It's just better.
It's just better, like, because that's one thing it doesn't do. The whole like there's some armor that's bikini armor, and like that's fine, but they do it for men too, which is why I personally don't care. But for the most part, like, it's all just like the women's armor is so much cooler. It's so much more badass. Yeah. But so I mostly play Charge Blade. I did play quite a bit of Switch Axe and Bow. I want to say Longsword too, but I haven't played it in Rise. I did play Longsword for quite a bit. I played most of the, like, a good amount of the weapons. I want to say the only weapon I didn't really ever get into, there's two. It's Bug Stick and Sword and Shield. Other than that, all of the other weapons I've had at least like 100 hours playing. In World and Iceborne, I should specify. But Charge Blade is like my favorite. I mentioned like how it works before. It's mostly based around guard points. That's like the most complicated mechanic about it, but it's like the best aspect of it is certain parts of your animation, like for certain attacks, actually activate a tiny window of guard sequence that puts you in a guard reaction. And the reason that's beneficial is when you're in a guard reaction, so when your character's like getting hit, like other weapons have this too, by the way. Lance does have a guard reaction window, I believe. But when your character will like bounce back when they're blocking, you can retaliate with either really strong attacks or like some weaker attacks, which is usually the safer option. Switch Axe is basically easy Charge Blade without as much blocking. You attack in one mode, switch to the more powerful mode, and then you just like repeat. That's the basis of it. Bow though is good in Rise because it's very supportive.
Yeah, I haven't played any. There's something about the bow that I'd have to sit down and watch a video for.
Right. Because
I do not understand how to play bow. Like, I don't know how to switch different ammo types. I don't know how to aim. It's just very complicated.
I'm gonna, like, the biggest tip I can give you right now is a lot of people tell you coding. Like for the ammo types. So your ammo types, you're probably thinking about bowgun and like light bowgun and heavy bowgun.
No, I'm talking about bow.
Okay, yeah, bow has coding, which is similar to ammo types, but it's far more limited because you don't need it. Like you pretty much need the ammo, like if you want to play light or heavy bowgun. But like for those really long hunts, which that's pretty common in Master Rank specifically, like you can have like what 20 maybe 50 power coding depending on your weapon. I forgot, I think it was 50 actually. It's just like that does not carry you that far, and like you can carry the ingredients to make more power coding, but like it's just taking up inventory space. And like I found that the damage it provided wasn't that great. When it came to other like status element coatings, I found those more important, specifically paralysis coding. If you're fighting something that's not like resistant to paralysis, a few good shots to the head will paralyze it. Wait like a minute after it's paralyzed, a couple more shots, it'll keep increasing the amount you need. But that's about it. Like coding wise, like actual bow players are gonna get upset at me for this, but like if you're a beginner and you're learning bow, don't fuck with coding. It's really not that useful. It's more important to get a bow that has good supportive capabilities, because now in Rise the bows have support, which is very nice. They can heal, increase affinity, increase defense, I think too. But yeah, that's more what you're doing. Sorry, was that?
Oh, I was just saying. Oh, I wasn't aware it was all. You could do all that. I don't think I've seen anyone who did any of that with their bow. That means they're just being rude.
That like it's
good.
Arc Shot. I don't know if you remember Arc Shot in World or Iceborne.
No, I don't.
It's the one where the character aims the bow up and then they shoot, and then that has been replaced with a supportive move. I forget. I think it just depends on the bow you have. Yeah, it's that is now it does not deal damage, because that move was funny in Iceborne and World. What that did is it caused, I think it was blunt, technically like blunt damage to fall on the enemy, and it dealt a very tiny amount of damage, but it dealt huge stagger damage. So it could knock out monsters really easily. Not as good as like a hammer, right? But it could still like you get a good few arc shots on a monster, and like you'll knock it out.
Yeah.
But it was incredibly annoying to other players, because unless they had like flinch free, like all 3 stacks, it just would constantly stagger them. So that's why they changed it, is because it was so impractical not to use it, but also so practical to use it. Or so I hope my point got across.
I get you. It was what they did. They ended up giving that nuisance to fucking longsword. Jesus Christ, longsword was so annoying. They fixed it finally.
Good. Longsword is one of the reasons I stopped playing in the first place, because I thought it was cool, but playing with longswords was just not worth it. Like it got to a point where like if I joined a hunt and there were 2 other longsword players, I'd leave, because as a charge blade main, I'm not going to attack. Like there's no point in me even being there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they fixed it. I'm seeing so much more variety now.
Good.
With it, because it was like, I was entering. It didn't bother me too much, as again, it's bug stick, so like I just did whatever the fuck I wanted. But it's like, I'd be entering hunts, and there'd be like two long swords, or like at least every hunt would have a long sword. But I mean, I got the update on Sunday. I've put in 20 hours.
Okay.
Which isn't all that bad, all things considered.
Right.
That's 5 days. That's 4 hours a day. I didn't play it at all. Oh, I did play it yesterday. It was one day I don't think I played it. Either which way. It's kind of now rare if I see a longsword. I've seen a couple of them, but it's a lot. It's most certainly not as common, which is very nice.
Yeah, it's crazy it even took that long to fix that, because that was, for me, like game breaking. Like I just hated playing with other longsword players. Like I admit that I was like quite aggressive, like by leaving like a hunt, but it's just like you straight up can't play the game if you're around them. And it's not like greatsword, right? Because there's a certain respect to like people playing greatsword. When you're playing greatsword, I think next to heavy bowguns, I want to say a good greatsword player is the highest damage dealing weapon in the game. Once again, next to heavy bowguns. I don't think anything can out damage a good heavy bowgun player. But that's one of those, like, if you get in the way of a greatsword player, it's your fault. But like with longsword, it was just like them sitting there doing their combo would just disrupt everyone within like a mid range. So it's just like, the only time I could go in is if I was doing like super amped elemental discharge as a charge blade user, or doing like my wild axe mode. But sometimes I just needed to go in and charge my files. Nope, can't do that. If there's a longsword player next to you, they're just going to keep interrupting your combo. And I just don't think it's a good game mechanic to force other players to get flinch free for friendly fire. So I was just done with longsword. I still to this day don't understand why they like gave that such a long friendly fire range.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't answer that.
You can.
I wish I knew.
Answer it.
No, I don't. I straight do not know why they gave it took so long to fix.
Yeah, that oh my god.
Like even that gentleman I talked about earlier, like even when the expansion came out, he was like, thank fuck. So like I think a lot of people were pretty annoyed with it.
Yeah, that's good. I don't know what normally Capcom's really good about stuff like that. So this was just like, and I'll admit that like for me there's a bit of entitlement to like just good quality games because of what Capcom does. So that's why I was so like taken aback by this, is because it was just like, normally Capcom is like on point with this stuff.
Yeah, I wonder how much of it was just their own internal like. Somebody there had to have been just big fan of longsword and just kept
Oh.
pushing it back. Like, no, it's not that bad. No, it's not that bad.
I
It's not that bad.
I think that might have something to do with it because longsword has only gotten better since World. Like it was improved a ton in Iceborne, and it was easily like because they even made longsword like the starter weapon in Rise, didn't they?
They did, yes.
Where like in the other games it was usually sword and shield. Rise was the first one where you started as longsword. So I would definitely believe that like one of the big Capcom like players there is a big advocate for a longsword.
Yeah. I don't know. Hopefully when I get into sword and shield though, I will become the ultimate player.
The ultimate support.
Oh my god, your face. Ultimate support. What are you talking about?
You like how angry it was? Isn't that what Sword and Shield is still?
I don't think. I have no idea, to be honest. Again, I have no idea how to play it. I went in and I was like, I do decent damage and I can also block. This is literally game changing to how I can approach this game.
Well, they can
different weapons have different play styles. What?
well, like the main reason I consider them support is they're the only weapon that can use items while their weapon's out.
That's true. So yeah, that does give you pretty. Yeah, you can life
powder people. What is it? Wide range, just chug potions.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be really good too. I didn't even think of that one.
Yeah, that's when I did play Sword and Shield. I didn't play it a lot, but that's what I did. I just sat there with wide range and like built like really tanky, and then just like drank potions and just tried not to die, and that's how I helped people. Didn't cart and healed them, so I think I was pretty useful. Didn't deal a lot of damage though.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's also in Rise. I'll have to fuck around with messing with it. Ooh, Rex 29008 has followed you.
Thank you so much for the follow.
For that follow.
Much appreciated. I still don't have chat, so thank you for reading.
Chat does not exist. We got the whoosh thing noise. I'm assuming you're I'm gonna unmute for a second. Just I'm sorry to anyone if we get weird feedback loop. So let's go. Oh yeah, no feedback loop. It'd be a feedback loop for me. That'd be horrendous.
Yeah, that would be stinky.
Yeah, remute there real quick. Streamlabs, sound alerts. That doesn't give me anything. Back to Streamlabs. Oh no. Build an extension? Man, I can build an extension? Can I code into Streamlabs? I've been learning how to code, as I told you, and it's kind of fun. I've been I've put up for auction. Hopefully I'll win a few more coding books. HTML like front end stuff, because that was a lot of fun.
Right.
But Python, when I did it, was pretty interesting too. But anyways, we digress.
It's fine. My stuff's still not. What is going on? This is making me a sad bean. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, what's next on our agenda there?
I'm trying to figure out if there was the title here read Elden Ring, Monster Hunter, and the end of my affair with health bars. So I was trying to determine if this man was upset or not, but the ending sentence is I just think Monster Hunter's rejection of such a video game staple adds more than it does. I mean, they never had health bars.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess they did have. They never had health bars.
You've had. What are they talking about? Like. Oh, for enemies, I see.
Yeah, for enemies not having health bars.
Yeah, no, enemies have never had health bars in Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I did. It was and it did take me a second to get used to in Rise, and I kind of wish they had kept it because I thought it was much more intriguing that way.
Wait, are there health bars in Rise?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, what it'll do is underneath the thing is it'll show you like when they're low, it'll give you like a purple skull, and that means you can capture them.
Oh, they've always done that though.
Well, they didn't have that in World. What I liked about World was they had. Did they? They had the health, the heartbeat.
Here's the difference. So it was in world, but it was dependent on your research level. The heartbeat, could determine if a monster was almost dead, because a low heartbeat also could just mean the monster was hungry. However, your research level would show exactly if they were hungry or if they were close to dying. But there is no research level in Rise.
Which I am sad they took care of.
Yeah, because they introduced that mechanic in world, which sucks because the research level, the scout flies in general, were such a cool, like, unique mechanic. Sad they got rid of it. But yeah, because they got rid of it, they still really liked that idea of, like, the indication. So they just basically gave us everything we had in the world at max research. So, like, I think everything except, like, just pointing out where the monster is.
Yeah, I also like that. Also, your uwu tax has been redeemed. I can uwu for you if you'd like.
Who redeemed it?
Rex did.
Okay, Rex, you only have to do that if you are wooing. You can woo if you want, though, guest.
Woo.
Oh my god. I didn't think you were actually gonna.
Yeah, I don't know. World did too good of things, and I still very much enjoy Rise, but there is like that. I did enjoy that research where it's like, if you go out and research the monster, it makes the hunt. I don't know, it really made hunting.
Yeah, exactly. That's
right. Like if you haven't researched them, you have to look for them, and then once you get better, you can find a quick track, and then boom, it kind of shows you where it's at, and that was nice.
Yeah, like that I agree. That's why I thought the mechanic was so cool. Is it Monster Hunter? It actually, or right now it's just monster, point me in the direction and I'll go kill it.
Yeah,
which is still fine. It's not bad, but, like, I don't know, that was cool. And then the more you killed a monster, the more your research would just start better. So it got to the point where you would only need to go get, like, you would start off at research level 3. You need one thing, one track, one, like, random monster marking, and then your max research. So, like, it rewarded you for consistently farming them. But yeah, like, that was kind of sad to see it go, but I do get it. Like, at the end of the day, the research was it was arbitrary. Like, as cool as it was and as realistic as it was, it kind of was just an added obstacle for casuals to have to get over. So yeah. I understand why they didn't add it in Rise.
Also, your water tax has been redeemed.
Oh, okay. I don't dig another slash of water. We're running pretty low, though. You might get your wish, Turo. I might finish this off.
Looking at sales for it, though, real quick. World had 18.3 million units sold.
Wow.
Then Rise at 10.3. Then Iceborne at 9.5. So they definitely made some money in World.
Oh yeah, that's one reason why, like, as much as I'm sad that they didn't keep the World engine, I understand, like, they just don't need to. Like, World is such a good game on its own. They just didn't need to create another Monster Hunter World. Like, I'm glad they're going back to the old formula for that reason, because if I want to play World, I'll just go back and play World. Yeah,
they're not doing updates for it or anything still, though, yeah?
It's done, yeah. I believe so.
Are the servers still open?
Yeah, they should. The servers should just, like, stay indefinitely open. Like, people are gonna keep playing World and Iceborne. Like, they were both, like, really, really solid games. And you also have to remember, like, the other big thing is how many players came from or started playing Monster Hunter just because of World. Like, I'm one of those players. And like, Rise was more appealing to the old player base, but also still trying to incorporate World mechanics for the new player base. But it's still, like, it's not World. So, like, there are so many people who just are like, whatever, I'll just keep playing World or Iceborne.
That's fair. That's fair. Let's see. I don't got anything else. That's it.
Okay, cool. my systems.
Guns out, bow guns. Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, my system's, like, being a POS right now, so I need to restart my PC anyway. Now's a good time to end it, I think.
Yeah, we are at 53 minutes, so I feel like that's, just shy of an hour. Good enough.
That's good. Yeah. I'm sorry I can't raid anyone right now because like I don't even know how I'm gonna end this stream. I might just turn off my computer because like I don't know how to describe this to you guys, but like what'll happen is sometimes when I go into my Steam menu, it'll do this thing where like my Steam menu does not like Streamlabs. So it'll spread it across like I've opened up all of my tabs, which I haven't done. But this time, like no matter what I choose, everything's like squanched to the point where it's like really tiny and I can barely see it. So I think I'll just have to exit like VR and hope that helps.
Oh.
But anyway, any last thoughts, guest?
Trying to think if I have anything right now. And find yourself a very good pen and a very good pencil. If anyone wants any recommendations on a very good pencil, the Pentel Graph Gear 500. It is a mechanical drafting pencil. It is probably the best mechanical pencil I've ever had in my life. I have one out of the box in my hands and one in the box in my hand. I unfortunately lose them quite a bit, so I've bought very many of them. But they are so good that I keep buying them. The pen that I have, it's just a cool looking pen. I don't know. It's got a, what's that called? When it shifts, it's got color shift. It's got a blue purple color shift, and it just looks cool. It writes all right, you know. I got a piece of paper right here. I'm gonna write on this. It's got a nice sharp pointy edge. It's all right. I have better ones. I found better ones that work. I might steal one of those, but they don't look as cool. A little known fact: I own a pen collection.
I didn't even know that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I wanted to say real fast, Rex, I'm so sorry I missed your message. I think that's cool that you are a voice actor and artisan gamer. I'm sorry I missed this earlier. Otherwise, I would have asked more, but I am interested to hear like what all games you like to play and what all voices you like to do. And thank you also for putting your pronouns there. Okay, sorry, guess. Go ahead. I completely missed that earlier.
That's all I had. That was your fun fact of the day. Good pens, they're good to write with, and I own a pen collection. I'm trying to restart. Now, I'm not gonna try to journal anymore, but I'm gonna try to make like a little planner, so I can like plan, a few months out in advance and have like, all right, here's 6 months of my life. Here's a bunch of the days. And I can just kind of have like a quick, like it's not like a full planner, but it's enough to kind of get me more structured. I'm looking to get more structured.
I want to reiterate on that. I actually have been doing that more or less poorly lately, but I do that for health things. Like if I do anything I deem healthy, it could be anything like exercise, food, mental wellness, anything like that. I just write it down in a journal. So I don't like, I do try to plan them out, but what I found works best for me is if just like, well, like, I lifted weights for like 30 minutes, write that down. Like, oh, I like took a moment and just went on like a nice little clarity walk, write that down. That helps. It's nice to see like the progress of everything you do at the end of the day.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is our old man advice. Thank you for having me on stream. If no one comes with you next week, I'm always happy, and I'm sure I annoy everyone else, so please keep bringing me back.
Absolutely. I will drop another poll. We'll see. So if anyone wants, just look for the poll that I'm about to open up. We'll be looking for new ideas, but if not, then yes, the guest is always going to be the guest on stream. All right. Once again, I don't know how I'm going to end this, so we're just going to close it, and you guys might hear me angrily grunting over at my computer as I try to figure out what's going on. So thank you guys so much for joining today. Have a good one. Make better choices than me. Okay, bye. And I will be back with you in a second, guest.
Okay. I don't know. I guess